Time to diversify into India. This table ranks global equity markets, showing their valuations versus prevailing macro conditions according to Quant Insight's smart machine. Quant Insight serves some of the world's biggest institutional fund managers, running billions of dollars. eyeQ delivers the same analytics to retail investors via II. The standout from this snapshot is Indian equities, currently screened as the cheapest stock relative to the broad macro environment. That may surprise some people. India's had a great run in recent years, partly because it has a strong story, it has a growing population and an increasingly business-friendly environment, and partly because of the dismal performance of Chinese stocks. For those who like diversifying into international equities, if China isn't going to play the role of the best rising emerging market, then India will attract the buyers instead. However, that multi-year rally has run out of steam. Since September, the ETF INDA, a fund that tracks Indian equities, is down 13%. There are multiple ways for equity investors to gain exposure to India. II has the same ETF. IIND is the London-listed version, but it is the same underlying investment, an iShares fund that tracks MSCI's index of large Indian companies. And on eyeQ, the recent sell-off has taken INDA nearly 7% below eyeQ model value. The other notable feature is that for months macro conditions have been deteriorating, but we're seeing tentative signs of stability in model value. If the orange line can bottom out and ideally start to move higher, we'd have a green light that macro momentum is starting to improve and we have a cheap macro valuation. This week is going to be dominated by President Trump's inauguration and the possibility of several new policy announcements via executive orders. If Trump doesn't impose draconian tariffs and start a global trade war, there's a fair chance risk appetite will pick up and equities will enjoy a bounce. In that scenario, macro conditions would improve and investors would be looking for cheap bets that have suffered the most in the last few months. India looks interesting on that basis.